Back with more Angel. This is episode 21 of season 1 and the penultimate episode of the season, which is pretty exciting. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next as we kind of start to wrap things up for the first season, and I assume set up some stuff for season 2. So yeah, last episode was pretty solid for me. We had this kind of rogue team of vampire / demon hunters and, you know, a lot of shenanigans like that. Pretty interesting kind of stuff being thrown around. But yeah, very, very intrigued as to where we're going to take the last 2 episodes of the season. You know, is it like a 2-part finale like Buffy? I say normally does, but season 4 wasn't a 2-part finale. But, you know, I don't really know how Angel's going to like handle season finales. So I'm kind of intrigued by that. But yeah, only one way to really find out, so let's get into the next one. It's gonna be on. Wow, that was extra. Oh, shit. Oh, it's the blind lady. Well, I tend to go into episodes blind, but this is a whole new level.
Perhaps she simply learned to hone her senses around her disability. Angel said it was as if she anticipated his actions.
She's Daredevil.
Look who's defending her.
Wolfram
Your Honor, we request the court's compassion in this obviously mishandled affair.
Shady.
I can't believe you got her off on all charges.
Personal space, buddy.
Versus California. Oh, I'm just saying. I wouldn't say no. I'd be too scared to.
I think she would.
And I think you should create them sooner rather than later.
She's gonna do something else that may require strong defense.
Strong defense. There are some children arriving. I pose a threat.
Some children.
I'm sure you're gonna want to get right on it.
This place is really weird. It's not how it works.
I didn't cause it, and I can't fix it. I can't do anything about it. There's no guilt. There's no torment. No consequences.
That's what Gun's sister was talking about last time.
I remember what that was like. Sometimes I miss that clarity.
Shit.
But not the trying to kill your friends and family part, right?
I hope not.
I need your help.
Oh.
What was your father? He's a merchant, right? Linen and silk. Did pretty well. Had a couple of servants till you killed him. No shoes, no toilet. 6 of us kids in a room.
No shirt, no service.
And I was not gonna be the guy standing there with a stupid grin on my face while my life got dribbled out. Not at all. Did you get to the part where you're evil? I've worked some pretty hairy deals. Comes with the turf, but this, what do you know? Almost nothing.
He has a heart.
Some kids from overseas.
Wolfram and heart.
I need more. Other companies have drug testing. They have mind readers. I go back there, they're gonna kill me. That's what we call acceptable risk.
So you have to make a decision to change. That's something you do by yourself.
Most people, they never do. They can sense the moment a vampire crosses the threshold. It's not going to be a problem.
Well then, seems pretty simple, except for the you'll definitely get caught factor.
The righteous shall walk a thorny path.
Well, I like it when they do like heists.
But why would I want to?
Oh.
In the interest of justice, maybe doing the right thing.
Not really interested in some rich guy's heartbreak.
Well, he came back a lot sooner than I thought he would, if he was going to come back.
That'll be extremely dangerous.
Okay.
Oh. It's easier than I thought.
If the amoebas find out you're willing to read, they lose all respect for you.
Is she suspicious? Ooh, I was thinking it was a trap, but maybe he is being genuine.
My God! They told me it was true, but I ain't believe them. Damn, here it is. Evil white folks really do have a mecca. Y'all can cater to the demon, cater to the dead man, but what about the black man?
Vampire on premises.
That's very clever. He did his duty.
Thank you, Wesley.
You should use that all the time. Jesus. Do you know what that is? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why did you take that?
Mind readers.
Good boy. Okay. Shit mind readers then. Or maybe not.
I'm sorry, Lee. I truly am.
Oh.
What? No. You've been in secret talks with Klein and Gabler.
They approached me.
You plan on taking clients with you when you left to join them.
You don't understand. But they misread me. I just wanted Klein and Gabler to think.
Oh. You probably just recovered from Faith's injuries on
Terminating
him.
an employee is never pleasant.
I'm actually kind of nervous for Lindsay.
Lindsay?
He's not with you? Was there a reason you took this?
Yeah.
And that would be...
I don't really know.
Well, I'll get to work translating them.
You betrayed this firm by allying yourself with someone who
Oh, so they did.
has
both
given
out.
us a great deal of grief. Well, then you're in a crisis, son. Crisis of faith.
No, that was a couple of
Do you
episodes
believe
ago.
in love? Do I not? To my friend behind me.
I'm gonna say no.
No. I don't. Because I know you. And I know a little something about character. I think what you actually need is a few days off to think about it. You'll find that love.
So now is he gonna betray them?
Back to the desktop, Willow. What do I do now? Yeah.
Look, she's been on the phone for an hour and 45 minutes.
My cinnamon roll.
Guess what they've been doing all day?
Saving the world?
Well, yeah, but they've been breaking encrypted computer files, too.
What are the odds, huh?
I know. What?
Oh,
Oh, no one, just Wesley.
from Adam.
Cordelia, can she get us in?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Show her, you cowards.
Thanks,
Will.
Will.
They've come so far. Oh boy. Well, love a good child murder. It's kind of weird seeing Lindsay on like the same side as them, but he also kind of fits in quite well. I still think he might just betray them again. I still haven't really fully trusted him. She can't like sense his breath. 'Cause he's a vampire. Ah, that's cool. That's very clever. Steward.
You're all right.
I also believe I know why you were drawn to it. There's an entire passage about you.
Oh.
It doesn't call you by name, but it tells of a vampire with a soul. This doesn't surprise you.
No.
But you said you didn't know what it was. I didn't, but
Interesting.
somehow you did.
Do you know how many people have that much nerve? I can count them on one hand. I need people like that working for us.
Oh no. This is where I thought it was going.
You're offering me my job back?
Oh no. I'm offering you a new job. A permanent one.
Higher up.
With a thundering raise and ungodly benefits. If you want it, it's yours. If you don't, walk out this door. I'm going upstairs now.
Just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. I mean, it's a very nice desk. A very nice lamp. A very nice view. It's also very evil. Yeah, that's what I thought. But maybe from that position of power he can help Angel even more if he decides to be good. But I don't know if he's going to. We haven't had one of those shots for a while. We could have ended the season there, honestly. Another really good episode, very solid. I did enjoy it quite a bit. I think I preferred it a little bit more to the last one. Because I felt a bit more invested in like most of the characters in this one. Whereas, you know, I wasn't really about the sister in the last one, so I wasn't that connected to the story. But I actually found myself really enjoying this. The whole like heist element of it, like sneaking in and putting one vampire in so they didn't detect that Angel entered the building. I thought that was very clever, and that whole kind of thing playing out. And I also felt like, you know, in the grand scheme of the season, I feel like this set up a bit more than the last one did. Because obviously that scroll with the prophecy thing is probably going to come into play at some point. I don't know if it's going to be in the finale or if that's going to be something for the future. I don't know, but you know, it felt like there's a bit more development in terms of the overall plot in this episode, so I very much enjoyed that. Again, seeing the inner workings of Wolfram and Hart, getting to know them even better, like that boss, you know, Lindsay's boss, seeing a bit more of him, and you know, Lila was very briefly in there, but you know, showing that she's still a presence, and that Lee guy as well, who I doubt we'll be seeing any more of, because he got his brains blown out. I mean, I found him very creepy anyway, and yeah, I was kind of rooting for Faith when she smashed his face in, but there we are. You know, he was meant to be kind of a creepy, kind of hateable character, I think, so, you know, I think the actor did his job with that, but it's not like a devastating loss for me that, you know, he's dead. But, you know, it shows the kind of seriousness of Wolfram and Hart and stuff like that, so that was interesting. And clearly the boss guy saw more in Lindsay than he did in Lee, otherwise he would have just killed Lindsay straight away as well, which he did not do. So I think that's just continuing to elevate Lindsay as like a potential threat in the future, or a super cool ally. I very much doubt that though, so he wouldn't allow Lindsay just to continue working with Angel, so this probably was a one-time deal. But yeah, the idea of like the blind assassin, Vanessa, was kind of interesting. I really did like how Angel kind of stopped her. He just like stopped breathing and stuff because she couldn't really detect his breathing, and because he didn't need to breathe, he's a vampire. Very clever. Because before that I was like, why did she need to be blind necessarily? Obviously, so it was like easier for her to be like defended by Wolfram and Hart and stuff like that, but I think that really justified it in the way she was stopped. I thought that was a very clever idea, really, really cool, and something you can only really do when you have like the vampire as protagonist. So I did enjoy Vanessa in the end. Very interesting villain, and the blind children as well, like the seers. Maybe there's going to be more to them, or maybe they've kind of played their part now we've been introduced to the scroll, I don't really know. But all of that was a very kind of interesting concept and an interesting kind of villain to face for a one-off. I enjoyed that quite a bit. As I enjoyed seeing the inner workings of Wolfram and Hart and their vault, and you know, the mind readers, like random mind reader checks is kind of a cool idea as well. And they did talk about quite a few episodes ago now, I think it was, you know, I think Lindsay told Angel in his office at one point that they knew when a vampire would enter the building, so they set that up quite a few episodes ago, and then they kind of managed to cheat the system here, which I thought was very cleverly done. And bringing Gunn back straight away, I was like, oh, I wonder if we're ever going to see him again. Obviously, don't tell me. Literally the very next episode. So that was cool that they kind of did continue to use him. Maybe he is just going to be like that constant ally now, which would be great. But I did like his little brief role in causing distraction and getting that vampire in. So that was cool, him coming back straight away, allowing him to continue to do some good in the aftermath of losing his sister. It's probably helped for him to be able to continue doing what he does best, apparently. So yeah, him and Gunn's involvement was really cool. I liked Angel's frustrations about cause and effect, and he couldn't really win the day when he was against like lawyers, because obviously he couldn't testify in court, stuff like that, 'cause he'd fry. And that's why I think having like a law firm as sort of the big bad of the season almost is a very, very clever and interesting kind of idea. Very unique kind of like big bad, having it be like a whole law firm of people. I know we know a lot of individuals, but as a whole I think it makes for a very kind of interesting idea that like almost the corrupt, crooked justice system in this world is like the villain. I really enjoy that aspect of it, and Angel getting frustrated that he can't kind of win the day sometimes, and he also wasn't the cause of some of these events either, because I think that shows the true goodness in him is that he wants to solve problems that he didn't even create himself as well. So I like that about him, and that's kind of the whole point of Angel Investigations really, because obviously he's repenting and trying to repent for stuff he's done himself in the past, but he's also willing to help and solve problems that he didn't cause. I like that a lot about him. So his struggle with that and his frustration over not being able to, solve things sometimes was a very interesting and a very kind of human thing, which was great. I like how much this show's kind of humanised him. And obviously having like Wesley and Cordelia around helps a lot with that, and they were great in this episode as always. And also what they were kind of talking about, I think it was Angel and Lindsay, about changing and the choice you have to change. Lindsay was kind of trying to win them over and make them believe that he was like trying to change so he could like fix this whole problem, and Angel was saying changing is a person's choice and not everyone will do that, and I think that spoke a lot to like him, but also to Faith as well, which was like a very recent thing. So I liked that, kind of harking back to the events of that two-parter not long ago. So that was really cool, playing with that idea. And then this whole scroll idea I'm very intrigued by, the fact that there's this prophecy written on it and Angel has a part to play in that. That's obviously going to be kind of set up for the future, I imagine, whether it be the finale or onwards. I imagine it will be the finale, that they'll kind of address that in or explore that a bit more. Otherwise, why would you do it in episode 21 and not address it in the very next one, since it's the last one of the season? I feel like they're going to address it at some point in the next episode. So I'm intrigued about that. That's really cool. I enjoy getting some setup like that for like future episodes. So I'm intrigued as to exactly what the prophecy is and what that entails and what that will mean for Angel in the future. So that's really cool. And of course, the best thing about this episode, we didn't see her, but Willow. I loved that Cordelia called Willow to help crack the encrypted things, and they mentioned they were doing exactly the same thing. So obviously it was kind of set during what was it called? Primeval, I think, episode 21 of Buffy. So I liked that. I thought that was a really nice little detail that she called Willow to get help on that. She called him Will, a little nickname, because they're good friends now. They've come so far. I love it. Even if we don't actually see the characters from Buffy actually show up, I like it when they're on the phone to them or they mention them, because it really helps kind of connect these two worlds, even though they're very much their own kind of separate entities. Yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot, and I actually really enjoyed Lindsay in this episode. I thought he was a very interesting character. I kind of assumed he would just go back to Wolfram and Hart in the end when they spared him the stuff, and as soon as they offered him the bigger, better job, I thought he would obviously take it, and I think most people would, honestly, in that situation, so I can't really blame him, even though it's kind of an evil corporation. But I like that there is good in him, and they've kind of showed that, the fact that he worked with Angel to save these kids, and shows he has a bit of a heart, and I like that, a bit of a Wolfram and Hart. So yeah, I think he's going to be an interesting character to watch in the future because he has potential to be both an ally and an enemy, which I think is a very interesting kind of line to blur. Which is kind of why I love Faith so much as well. You know, you can be on either side, I think, against her or with her. And Lindsay's definitely kind of has that quality to him as well. And I liked, you know, how sincere he was in trying to save these kids in this one. And I'm interested in what they're going to do with him in the future. I mean, they might just kill him off in the next one, I don't know. But I really liked how they kind of used him in this episode. I thought it was a very interesting thing to do with him. I'm looking forward to hopefully them exploring that a bit more and the dynamic between him and Angel, stuff like that. So yeah, overall, really, really solid episode. I really, really liked it. I loved like the heist elements. I liked the idea of like this blind assassin. I really liked everything they did with Lindsay and his story. Obviously the Willow mention was great, and the whole thing with the scroll, setting up future stuff, I imagine. So that was all really, really cool. And yeah, really, really solid episode. Yeah, really enjoyed it, and I'm very, very excited to see what the finale is going to bring. I honestly have no idea how they're going to wrap up this season. I imagine they're going to bring the scroll into it and the prophecy there, but in terms of like a general plot, I have no clue, and that's very, very exciting. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing how they're going to wrap up this first season, set up season 2 and beyond. I can't believe they finished the first season already. That's kind of crazy, but I've absolutely loved this season so far, and it seems so long ago, but I think it's only been 4 months, I think. So obviously I haven't had uni for quite a while now, so I've had a lot more time to record reactions and stuff, so the fact that I've done a season of Angel and a season of Buffy in 4 months is crazy, because it would normally take me that to do like 1 season of Buffy. But if I hadn't been watching them side by side, I probably would have finished Buffy season 4 like 2 months ago. But I am very glad I decided to watch them side by side. I think it makes the experience really, really worthwhile, and really, you know, it pays off in a really cool way, I think. And there's just something really fun about having these crossovers, because I feel like if I watched all of Buffy and then did all of Angel afterwards, I wouldn't have exactly in my head worked out how they kind of linked up to like the Willow call in this one. I certainly probably wouldn't have gotten the like the phone call in Buffy, in the premiere of Buffy. I don't think I would have put 2 and 2 together when I realised that that was Angel when I watched the pilot of this. It's just a very rewarding experience, I think, watching them like this. So I'm very glad I did it, and I like that I've kind of got through it at a faster pace than normal, but that's kind of how it's going to be for the foreseeable future, probably until I'm finished. But that's still kind of a long way off yet. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see what the finale is going to bring. So until my next reaction, thanks for watching.